the Trello board. Okay. Okay, so let's start at the campaigns. Wait, it's still loading here. Never mind, I think I'll open in another tab. So, okay, for the campaigns, the first one is August iteration employee engagement survey. I actually had a discussion with Alithia about this, and we actually found out that currently there's no like follow-up recorded for the previous surveys. So is there anyone who can add up to this? Maybe from you, sir?
Right. I think we can put that for a discussion today. What are sort of the KPIs for a engagement survey?
Okay, Ms. Secretary, please take note of that. Okay. Moving on to closing partnership deal with UGM Master Program. Ara, do you have any update on this?
Okay, so thank you, Mrs. Chair. So the update for this part is basically I pulled up, Jay moved it to this campaigns, and then I just created a funnel and stage. So attendees will be Shelin, applicants will be Sin, trial candidates will be me, and chapter ready for activating the candidates will be Shelin. So for this one, I already scheduled a time with all people in this funnel stage to actually coordinate. So yeah, that's the update from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ara. And the next one is BVE Talk in UGM Virtual Job Fair. I'll pass this to Kiki.
Okay, so thank you, Shalene. Actually, there's no particular update because, uh, as I stated in the activity section, I will tell alumni UGM to bring up our vacancies. So the follow up after this session with alumni UGM is alumni UGM will post all of our job vacancies, right? But then I asked them to what is that, to bring up that again, so it will be more effective. Actually, they already posted some of our job, but I will ask them to actually bring it up again, and I might need your help, what is that, Shalin, regarding our new job posting for marketing, a digital marketing intern. But yeah, I will schedule a time with you further regarding that. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kiki. To add up, I actually did like I calculate like the number of applicants from this career talk, and total of 13 applicants are coming in. Like they know Bukit Vista from this event.
Wow.
And yeah. So moving on,
Thank
the next one is BVE talk number 4 with SMU. Do you have any updates on this, Kiki?
Oh yeah, no particular update actually, because I haven't actually sent all the job, not all. I just sent some job vacancy through Mrs. Sume, but again for digital marketing intern, I haven't actually sent it because I just finished the job description just this afternoon after BV itself. I already confirmed that to Rizal, as the Rizal is the chapter leader, and he already approved that, okay, this job description is right, you can send it, you can spread the news. So yeah, I will spread the news after this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kiki. And next is a new employee request on hiring finance. I'll pass it to Ara.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Chair. So this one, we got 99 applicants so far. I already interviewed 38 people, and so far I have invited 2 interns and 1 full-time. So the interns will be coming in. One interns will be coming in on 24, and the, one interns and other 1 full-time will be on the 8th of October. So yeah, that's the update from my side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then
Ara, I'm sorry. I think I forgot to update my funnel. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's more than 99. It's 100. and more. I forgot. I'm sorry. I will update you that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kiki, for the heads up, and I'll pass it to you for the new employee request on hiring HAR.
Wait. Okay. So for this one, this is a little bit, what is it, a bottleneck or frictions, but I think Kiki already updated, because so far I saw that a very list of people that I got interviewed, only 5 people so far, but on site trial applicants there are 3. So yeah, for, I think we need to like wait for the impact of 7. Sorry, for the more, what is it, job post that you
Yeah.
gave, because I saw that earlier today, CDC Visipol just updated the opportunity of
Yeah.
this. So yeah, I think this is recently, yeah, because I just see for today for CDC, so waiting for the number of applicants to be boosted. So yes, that's the update for HAR.
Okay,
So
thank you for the update. And then, okay, so for awareness on hiring finder freelancer, I actually like adding up to last week's number.
Wow.
So the current number of email listing is 18. And for regional numbers, I haven't like I already contacted Kiki about it, but I haven't gotten a reply. So yeah, and number of applicants it's still the same. It's still 7. Okay, the next one, new employee request on hiring marketing by Ara.
Okay, wait, before move to me, yeah, Kiki, don't forget to answer Shelin, ya. Jangan
yeah, so
di-miss.
I just finished BPE talk and I focus on that so far. So yeah, thank you, Shelly. Regarding that, I add one channel actually to publish this, which is Unpad. So it's not 2, it's 3 now so far. So yeah, thank you. That's the update from me.
Okay, thank you. Then go to the next part about hiring marketing. This is also a bottleneck. So far, I've been asking Kiki, and I believe Kiki said that coordinating with Jing regarding the job descriptions, and will post for marketing position by today. So yeah, hopefully it will be finished. But so far, we only have 4 applicants on the pipelines. So yeah, thank
Uh,
you.
just to clarify, so it's not necessarily marketing roles, but it's more like digital marketing intern, right? So I would like to, I suggest to, what is it, change the title. So not hiring marketing, but hiring digital marketing intern. Yeah, thank you, Aram.
Okay, thank you, Ara and Kiki. And I think that's all for the campaigns. So let's move on to everyone's cards. So
Charlotte,
Kiki, yes,
real quick,
sir.
I just noticed something actually based on Kiki's updates. So what we have here is I see that we have, let's say on BBE Talk with the UGM virtual job fair, right? So it seems like we have kind of a discrepancy here on the funnel. If we look on that stage, funnel and stage, and then funnel and stage update, there's one card that says, there's one stage that says attendees, and the next is surveys. What I'm actually listening to is it seems like Kiki is going out and getting. I'll save this for discussion later, but I think we need to clarify what Kiki's activities are. It sounds like to me what Kiki's doing is actually getting distribution points. So collecting emails, making sure that the posts are going up on the university, and from that, then the applicants come out from Shailene, right? So we might just want to clarify that language a little bit so that we're clear about what the result of each person in each stage of the funnel is, because it is a little bit it's a little bit messy because on the SLA, it says awareness and applicants, and then Shaylin's doing applicants. And so I think we need to kind of take a look at this board and make sure that the reality actually functions the same way as what we visualize it here. I'll bring that up for discussion at the HR discussion though. But I just wanted to emphasize that right now while we have that information still fresh in our minds. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, sir. Miss Secretary, please take note of that. And now I'll move on to the cards. So Kiki, do you have any friction on your cards?
Okay. I think it's still the same CEO regarding the finance job posting. I think there's no particular friction because it's easy to actually post to spread the news about finance. But again, for HAR roles or customer relationship roles in HAR, it's a it's a task and in BV Talk with Unpad, I think Andre already did that pretty well since he explains our core business and HR chapter further in that BV talk. And also I noticed that we started getting applicants from BV Talk Unpad. I see the candidate tracking. We have several community management specialist intern and also customer relationship specialist intern, which is in HR chapter that apply that they know us about BVE Talk Unpad. So I think it's going pretty well so far. And yeah, again, and another friction that I face is actually for the new role digital marketing intern, it takes some time for me to actually what is that to actually write the job description to understand Tara's roles. I need to ask Rizal and Tara and stuff, but all good now. So yeah, that's it. See, I believe.
Okay, thank you, Kiki. And from me,
Oh,
there's no
Traylon,
particular.
could I
Yes,
jump
sir.
in real quick? This is a question to Kiki. Kiki, do you think it's a good time to move the Unpad over into the campaign now? Right. So now that we've
Of
had
course.
that, yeah, I think we
Yes.
can set up a funnel and then start
Okay.
working our way through to get applicants out of that funnel, out of that event.
Yeah. Since I saw the traffic, there are people that already applied from BV Utang Ulumpat. I would move that to
Okay,
campaigns.
perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Kiki. And the update from me, there's no particular friction actually. I would just need like further this. Yes, Ara.
I think before we go to your frictions, I think we need to hear from Alithia since or me about what can we suggested for to help Kiki actually. I'll start first. For Kiki, I'm a little bit what is it questioning about your difficulties of writing job descriptions. Maybe the advice is just go to the person directly who is going to get help, like for example Tara, and just directly ask like what are the qualifications and that. I think that's just like needs 30 minutes discussions, and then you can upload it right away. So this can be done on the next request if we have any other requests from Bayu or from PD side, who UX or anything. You can just go to the person if you still have not clarity and just ask for a couple of things to make sure what exactly. But before you ask, also make sure that on the job description that we already created, you and Alithia actually created, you can see based on that, right? So yes, that's from me. I don't think it takes days, like just 30 minutes.
Yeah, what I mean by job description is not the table, not the table one, but the paragraph ones are right. So yeah, but your suggestion is true. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, over to Mrs. Chair.
Okay. Is there any? Yes, sir.
Let me do this, Mr. Chair. I'd like to open a discussion about how we actually do job descriptions. I have a slightly different philosophy than what Ara just said, because there's a ZPD issue, right? If the person doing the job doesn't really know how that job should really be done, should they be the one writing the job description, right? So then this is where it comes back to SLAs. But Mrs. Chair, could we talk about that in the discussion later? About how what is the best method to actually organize a job description.
Okay, sure. Miss Secretary, please write it down. And yeah, is there any comments from Alithia or Sin about the job description? No? Okay. Moving on. As I said earlier, no frictions, just need like further discussion with Kiki and Alithia. For Cynthia's card, since Cynthia is not here, I think we can skip hers. And Ara, is there any frictions on your card?
Frictions for my card is basically I need more applicants for each request. Just that. And for the development of each of my mentees, like Shailins, Alithia, and Sin, Alithia, I think, is the only one that is already been pretty clear on what needs to be done in the few next days before she onboarded. But for Sin, I think Sin's also already reported recently this morning about FAQ plan and the what FAQ plan, and I forgot one of the things, but she will upload it on her
It's,
Slack.
it's related to brand awareness.
Oh yeah, related to brand awareness because I suggested her to support the SLA compliance. And then for Shillings, I'm not sure actually. So I've already checked your OKR, so maybe you need to reply my comment that I already put on your OKR. So that's the friction. But pretty much the most important thing is the applicants for HAR, marketing, HR and marketing. Finance, we have a lot of already. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much from me. Thank you.
Okay, noted, Ara. Thank you for your comments. I'll pass this over to you, sir. Is there any frictions?
I have no frictions, but I'm super excited. So this one is pretty fun. Um, Today we have a speaker who's the head of digital marketing from Gojek, who is part of this BVE talk number 7, which is the Digital Marketing Foundations. So here's my new plan, everyone. So since we have BVE talk as our vehicle for hiring now, what the plan is that we first go to the person who is an expert, like the head of Gojek for digital marketing, right? And then we go to digital marketing clubs throughout the country, everywhere, right? Throughout the region. And we say, hey, look, we have a speaker from Gojek. Would your club be interested in bringing attendees to this BVE talk? And then we just do the same thing as we always do, right? We have the talk, but now we have a bunch of applicants. And this is great because I think it'll be people who care about the subject and they're pursuing it because they're naturally interested in it. So I have 2 of these lined up. I have one for digital marketing, the other one for programming. And on each of these, I have half, but not the other. So I need some help. On digital marketing, I probably need help from Ara and from everybody here who's an intern. There's probably a club or a student organization in your campuses that people go to if they're interested in doing online marketing. Please help me get that information. I need one contact from each of you, right? So that I can reach out to these clubs and say, would they be interested in hearing industry experts to speak to their members? And that part is okay. On the other part, I'm okay on the programming part. So all I need, my friction is, I just need student groups to be knowledgeable that we have this program, and I just need a contact from each of you from your universities for that. That's it. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, sir. Well noted. Moving on to Alithia, do you have any frictions?
No, so far no frictions. Thank you, Ms. Chair.
Okay, then Sin, do you have any frictions on your cards?
Oh, okay. I have no frictions on my card, but I have a friction on the project that I'm helping Jing on. So I think there's this time zone difference. So I've actually reached out to this guy from where is he from? I think he's the head of the student developer club in Da Nang Institute of Technology. So it's in Vietnam, but I think he's in the eastern time zone. So that is for example, here is 2 p.m., there is 2 a.m. So I think the friction is the time for discussion. So maybe Jing, I forwarded you the message, but I'm not sure whether you have taken a look at it.
He
Yeah,
requested a new time. Yeah, sure. That's easy. I think so. We just give him a new time, and we can just take a look at my calendar and he can pick a time.
Okay, so we can arrange for a time outside of working hour. Yeah, is it?
Within or outside is fine. Just here, share my calendar and just say pick a time.
Okay. So anytime, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much any time that I don't have blocked yet, I'll be happy.
Okay. Thank you. But that's all for me. That's the only friction. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sin. Okay, so for the Scrum, I think that's all. So let's move on to discussion management. So, Miss Secretary, please share your screen. Okay, thank you. So, I think we can start with Jing first. Okay. I think we start at the bottom first.
Yeah,
So-
hold on. My screen is lagging.
Sorry?
My screen is lagging. Okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so from June first, the A. Okay.
Okay,
It was
let's maybe
about the
start with
August iteration
Alethea
and
and Shin. So Alethea and Shin are in the middle to last stage funnels, right? So do what sort of KPI should they report? Let me open this up for discussion.
okay, maybe I'll pass this to Ara first.
Oh no, I think it's supposed to be answered by the person, right?
Yeah. So I guess
Okay,
first Alethea.
then I'll pass it back to you, sir.
No,
No,
to Alethea or to Sin.
Okay, sorry. Okay, Alithia or Sin, any words?
Sorry, Jing, what do you mean by what sort of KPI should we report? Like,
okay.
as
So,
in-
no, this is an open discussion, right? Let's say, for example, you guys have a certain part of the funnel, the employee experience that you're covering. So I don't have the answer actually. This is not Socratic method. I'm actually kind of like thinking about it myself. But like when we have a campaign, everyone has a number that they report, right? So what number should we report or should we update on, let's say, offboarding? What numbers should we report or update on onboarding? Is there what is like the result that you would want to report on a month-to-month basis for the things that you do? Ooh.
um, um, offboarding. I think like offboarding, like you can only either report the length of internship of each intern,
Right.
or the number of people who have offboarded. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
right. I mean, it's kind of like the at stage at the back. So yeah.
Okay. All right. What about Alethea? On your stage, what number would Alethea report?
For me, I was thinking if our onboarding was well done, then there'll be lesser people leaving, like maybe like 1-2 months after.
Right. Okay. All right. The number of
Yeah.
leavers after. Yeah, that's actually a good KPI, right? The number of dropouts, let's say after, let's say I don't know, 45 days after the
Yeah.
onboarding. Yeah. Okay. That sounds like a pretty good number. And then Shin's number is the number of people offboarded. We don't want that number to go up, right? Or, I think, okay, all right. For Alethea, I think it's a quantity. For Shin, I think it's a quality. It's sort of like the quality of offboarding. Um, it's not so much like we want a big number of people or we want a small number of people offboarding, but like we want the quality of offboarding to be good. So then that raises the question: how do you measure a good offboarding from a not good offboarding? Okay, back to the chair.
The chair is.
Okay, then sorry.
You're
Yes,
freezing.
Ara.
I think you're freezing. You can reload to the page. Hello. Okay.
All right, let's go over to Ara then.
I think for offboarding, how to test the quality, then I guess from survey, right, sir? Like an ESS for
Okay,
people that come out or offboarding or resign. So we
right.
can actually put a survey like how do you experience the offboarding, maybe
Ah,
from 1 to 10, things like that. Maybe can we break down a little bit more specific about exit interview, about exit survey,
okay,
about many other things. So yeah,
okay.
that's what I can think of.
That sounds interesting. Okay, all right. let's see. What do you think about that, Shin?
I think it's possible, but I'm not sure whether like there are too many surveys for the offboarding person to do. So it's like I did survey, and after that I will give them an interview, and then at the end, I believe at the end of it, right, then we will ask the offboarding process, because the offboarding process is not just when they leave the company. After they leave the company, like it still like continues. For example, like you have to collect the materials on the last day, the deliver of maybe their pay and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. I guess the offboarding is actually not meant to measure itself, right? The offboarding is meant to measure the quality, I guess, of the relationship post employment. So I think maybe it's just one simple question, Ara. It's just like, would you recommend anybody else to actually work at Bukit Vista now going through what you've been through? And then that's it, right? So then there should be if the offboarding program is working well, then we should get a higher number of yeses versus nos. I'm thinking, right?
Not really, sir, because that will tie it up to the entire performance, not just offboarding program, right? So whether a person is going to recommend or not, it depends on their relationship with the GL maybe, or with the CEO, or with other things, right? So it
Okay.
can't be valid to be just assessing the offboarding program.
Great. Good question. Good point. Then my response to that would be then just restrict the domain. Based on the offboarding process that you've received here, how likely are you to recommend this to a friend? Just restrict it to the domain of the last few days of employment. And then that's how we would know if the offboarding was working well. Cool.
Yeah, possible.
Okay. Okay, all right. This is an early discussion, Shaylin. So I was just kind of testing this out. I think Alethea one is actually pretty easy. We can measure, like, let's say the number of dropouts after, say, a month. Okay, maybe call it 30 days so it's countable, because a month is different depending on what month it is. So let's say after 30 days, and then for Sins one, it could be something related to, based on your offboarding process, how likely would you recommend Bukit Vista as a place to work? And then that would test the offboarding process. For now, we'll maybe think about this. Mostly for Lethea, this is the legacy that you'll leave behind. You've now defined the role, right? So that whoever succeeds, you know what their goals will be. And that's part of the point of the internship, actually. Okay, great, cool. All right. So I guess there's no conclusion for now, but I just wanted to sort of bring up this, and we will. I guess we'll keep on refining it until we get a clear KPI. All right.
Okay, thank you, sir. So we'll be moving on to the BVE talk evolution. Can you elaborate more on this, sir?
Sure. So the good thing about BBE Talk is that it's a pretty stable platform at this point. Like I said, the thing I think can be refined is what more can we do with it. So one of the things I thought of is, instead of going to career centers where people generally have not such a good idea of what they want to do, they're just sort of like, oh, I need a career. Why not instead go to a place where people have a clear idea of what they are interested in? So, for example, we have an upcoming UGM Master of Management discussion, and I went and I saw that they have a lot of interesting clubs. They have a human resource club. They have a hustler entrepreneur club. They have a marketing club, and they have a strategy club. So this is great, right? These are pretty much all the people that you would need to build a good business. So instead of having BVE Talk, I think, target, let's say, the general population, why not have BVE target a specific type of person who's specifically interested in a role that we need: marketing, business development, human resource, whatever it might be. So essentially, this is my sort of pivot on the existing BVE Talk. So it's actually really simple. We just connect Startup Masterclass, where we go and we talk to all these people, with BVE Talk, and then we connect the student groups in, and then we have this new version of BVE Talk. And I mentioned that already, so I just wanted to see what you guys think of it. Back to the chair.
Yes, Ara.
Okay, thank you. This is actually interesting. What's it? Ideas are. I would agree that it's more specific, aiming on the target who exactly we're going to outreach, right?
Mhm.
But of course, the smaller number, yeah, because it's like small audience, right? Also, just question though. First, I already checked the clubs in here with my friends, which is in in Master of Management. He said that actually this is not updated. So
Great.
exactly. So that's why I have to check with the person I know from the major and stuff because one sometimes the club is like no longer exists and things like that, but it's not about
Yeah.
it. Or the person in charge, like the CEO or the girls that you sent me pictures the other day, they are already graduated years ago. Like it's no longer. So sorry, wait, let me request for 1 second, wait.
Okay. Okay. I think in that. Oh, all right. Okay, R popped off. Yeah. So I guess we need on the ground information then from.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why I connect with the person I know in the program because it's not valid. And then also a question. I know that you have scheduled time with Junitio Ungu this evening. So is it something like that that you
Yes.
talked about?
Thank you very much. Yes, I have a talk with Vincent, right? Vincent, to actually address your question, Ara, it does not mean we get a smaller audience. It could mean we get a bigger audience of targeted people. So we don't just go to one school to do a BVE talk. We go to all the schools and we go to all the clubs that do, let's say, a particular activity. And we then bring the best talent over. Let's say we bring the head of Airbnb's marketing team to give a talk. They're probably going to say yes to a talk where it's like a regional audience all interested in digital marketing rather than, just sort of like people at the career center for one school. So I think we can actually make it bigger, broader in scope and more specific. Just like most events, right? Most events you go to, there's not talking about like they're talking about
I
specific subjects.
see.
Yeah. So I think we can broaden the scope, and we can harvest more interest in a particular topic just from people who are already there. And then I guarantee you, then you will always get results from your BVE talks, right? Because you're focusing specifically on a subject that you want to hire from, rather than hoping that maybe the person that likes this thing will be in the room at my BVE talk. So in that sense, I just need on the ground information then, right? Is there a WhatsApp group that we need to belong to? Is there an Instagram profile? Like how do people communicate so that we can approach all the student leaders? And they always say yes. like if you're gonna bring like somebody like important, they'll always say yeah, sure, we'll bring our audience to that talk. That's no problem. So yeah, this part I just need to figure out. The missing part is how to reach the student groups.
Uh, okay. Maybe we can start from people in here. I mean, I graduated from FEB, and then Kiki graduated from PCPOL, Aliti NTU, and also Sinan Shillings. Maybe you guys must have have a network, right, that can connect to these people. But actually, sir, I do understand your perspective of getting wider range because now how I vision it is that let's say that we want to connect with Human Resource Club in MM, right?
Mhm.
And then we connect with Human Resource Club in this UGM Magister Management. And then we can also connect with the HR club in MTU, right? And
Yeah.
then we create one master class and invited those two
Yes.
clubs to join together. That's what you mean, right?
Yes,
Well,
which is more awesome anyway. Right? It's like a conference.
oh, what, sir?
It's like a conference now.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Yeah, it'll be like a conference. Like
Hello.
a conference.
Sorry, what, sir?
Yeah, it'll be basically like a conference. It'll be basically I think it'll be more engaging because then everybody there is there for the same reason.
Okay. So how I see it, it's actually good for engagement and
Okay.
motivations. Because why? People that join this club must have a strong motivations to join that specific major, right? Or that specific discussion.
Mhm.
Because if we targeted the major, we targeted too wide, which is not sure if the person wants this position, let's say, right?
Mhm.
But I think I would still go with the BVE talk that Kiki currently do. Why? Because I think with the university, it is good for branding, sir.
Mhm.
Because if we can connect with the university really directly, it's different with connections with the club.
Yeah,
Because if we connect with the university, like I see it's good as a branding again, awareness.
true.
But with the club, it's more on motivations and engagement,
Yes.
which is yes, of course, maybe I would agree that if we connect with the club, it will be more showing more result, because we targeted and aiming to the correct person.
Yep.
But I think we still need the university
Oh yeah.
because just you to brand. So yeah, I
Officialist.
think
Yeah. Okay.
it can work. Both can work at the same time.
Yep. I think so. Yep. Good. 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 Good.
Okay, and then for the context, yeah, I would from me, okay, I can help this for getting the context for the magister management, and then for other major, maybe I don't know for like Kiki and Visipol, maybe that can be done too.
Okay.
So or be in computer science things like that.
So then, to conclude, then our what I'd like to do is back to what was said at Scrum. Can everybody try to get me the contacts for any such club on their campus that does such a thing, like business competitions, entrepreneurship clubs, marketing clubs? Those are if you have any awareness of any club like on your campuses, NTU, OGM Physical. Shaylin, I forgot where you went. Which university did you?
SIM.
SIM.
Okay, SIM. So just go to these, try to find these clubs and the contact person. If I want to join the club, right? Or no, not the president. Give me the president of the club. They're probably the one that will be able to help. So just one contact from any of these type of clubs, that would be great, and then we'll be able to create a more in-depth BDE talk that gets us faster to our SLA. Okay, that's it. Back to the show.
Okay, thank you, sir. For the next discussion, wait,
Shalin, wait.
yes.
I think, sir, I would suggest you to pop up a card and then put it on a campaign so that we can update on the card, right?
Sure,
Everybody can
sure.
put.
Good point. Good
Uh,
point. You caught me. Yeah, good one. Okay, got it.
Thank you. Back to you, chair.
Okay. Um, I think we still have enough time to talk about this. So okay, let's move on to the KPI for employee engagement survey. So we've done the survey for August, right? August and the previous months, and but I don't really see like the follow up of like after each of the survey. So like after we got the result, I'm not sure if there's any like follow up on those results actually. So I think I can bring this up to user first.
Yep. Okay. Good point. Let's see. We should probably. Did we write down the conclusions of the last discussion that we had with the engagement survey?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
It's still in the discussion management.
Okay. Let's see what those conclusions are then.
Okay, wait. Was it there? Oh wait. I think you need to go a bit to the top since it's it's actually under the
Wait, are you talking about the August one or the July one?
um
August?
yeah, I think we can start from August first.
Uh,
Okay. Wait. It's actually above the funnel picture. Oh yeah.
Ah.
Yep,
Okay.
it's
There it
there.
is. All right. So, section where chapter can give updates about their team. Okay. So, on the all hands, we could probably start trying this out tomorrow, right? So tomorrow in the all hands, what I'd like to do is I'll do a update on Tableau so that everyone can see what the journal statistics are. There probably needs to be a section for chapter then. I can go to the chapter leads and just ask. I don't know what they would update in specific. Like what is let's say yeah, I don't know what that would be. Like what would the chapter lead actually update about. Probably this. If they have any complaints from any other chapter about not fulfilling their SLA, that's probably where like a chapter complaint, right? Like a chapter awareness. Maybe we put that section on the all hands. If there's another chapter that is not fulfilling their obligation, then bring it up at all hands and we'll discuss it, right? Um, core view recognition can be done to anyone that inspires delight. Okay, core value recognition, I'll bring that up as a discussion topic. It's not just restricted to other employees, it can be other teams, and it can be mentors, it can be a little bit broader. So that part we'll discuss about. And Vista Project Awards, probably will start using SLA accomplishment to actually reward Vista Project in the future. So if you accomplish your SLAs, then that's a Vista Project award, right? If you don't, then that might not be. But that part I don't know yet. That's just a suggestion. So we'll just kind of bring that up as a general discussion. No transparency offer. Oh yeah, I will decline the request to make the bounty transparent. Oh, I gotta pay the bounty. Fuck, I forgot. Okay, I will decline the request to yeah. I didn't pay the bounty. I forgot. I was supposed to do it yesterday. But because people didn't want it before, and then one person wanted it, so that's pretty much it. Okay, so those are all the actionable changes that we're going to take on our company culture based on the August iteration. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay, back to the chair. Oh wait,
Okay.
add details of the core value recognition to team. Okay, same thing. Oh, and then yeah, for leadership development, I don't have KPIs for leadership yet, Ara, but leadership I think should be based on your chapter SLA achievement. If your chapter is able to achieve their SLAs, then you're probably a good leader. If the chapter consistently can't achieve the SLAs, then probably not a good leader, or just not good at that. So, okay, that's basically it then. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ara, do you have anything to add?
Um, Wait. Oh, sir, I just got a clarification from a team member. So it's not about transparency of the offer,
Okay.
but not like the money, but more on like how do we win? Like I see like couple of trends, right? How do we win? What is a
Oh,
project that is go for silver? What is a project that go for gold? Things like that, right? Because we don't know like how good it is to actually win the gold
okay.
silver medal.
What
So
I'm
it's more on.
Okay, good. Understood. What I do now, Ara, is I write my comments on your OKRs, right, at the end of the month on what was necessary or why you didn't win. So I've tried doing that. So essentially on everyone's OKRs, with the exception of the interns, I think, I'll write like essentially what it is that was not quite correct in the OKRs that didn't allow for a win. So yeah, does that help or anything? Or does that answer the question?
Yes, actually that's okay, but still, like, what type of win for gold and what type of win for silver?
Oh, I see. Well, goal just means it was more impactful than the other one, right? So generally, it's like okay, but yeah, I don't know. One's a tough one. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll get back to you on this one. Yeah. So goal generally is more impactful. So if I have two projects that are all pretty good, I'll say, okay, the one that has more impact or fits the criteria or was more urgent or was more entrepreneurial. But that's where it's very subjective, I guess. It's like based on the condition of the month, maybe impact is more important than urgency. Maybe based on the so uh, yeah, generally more impactful, more urgent, or more entrepreneurial than silver medals.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Any comments from Alithia, maybe? Okay. From Sin? Oh, okay. What about you, Kiki?
No, ditto to Jing and Aura so far.
Okay. Thank you for your comments, and I think we still have enough time to move on to the top again to on Jing's part on clarifying Kiki's card. So
Oh,
I'll pass the time to you, sir.
sure. If I may, I'd like to share my screen and just show you guys a few things, show you ladies a few things that I think we can do. It's not just Kiki, but it's just kind of like in general cleaning up this board. Okay, so my first comment is this. This is good. Okay, so this we can probably put over here. So let's see. This is good. This is this. Okay, this has two project champions on it, right? You can't have two project champions on a single card. So probably just remove one person and just tag the other person from time to time, Kiki, if they have something that they need to do. So this I think is Kiki's campaign. Okay, next one is this. So this is what I was talking about just before. There's a bit of a discrepancy. How do I show this discrepancy? I'll move this card up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit of organization that we can do to make our campaign structure better. One, we're not organizing our campaigns in priority, right? So every campaign is just kind of arranged in a sort of just sort of like chronological order. Ideally, as a chapter, we should work on the campaigns that have the highest priority first, right? So perhaps, let's say right now, I think finding a finance person is pretty important. So that should probably be one of the highest campaigns at the moment, right? And then maybe after that, I don't know, maybe an HR person's pretty important. So then this one goes up there as well. I'll let Ara sort out the rest of the priorities with her own chapter later, but I think that's one dimension of how we can improve this, just prioritizing the campaigns. So, first thing that. The next thing is related to Kiki's section of the funnel. So, Kiki right now is on awareness and applicants, but I heard that Shailene's name is being mentioned quite often for applicants. So, then I need to ask for clarification. Shailene, have you been officially assigned to look after this SLA to get applicants?
It's actually not official yet.
Okay. It needs to be official at some point, right? So, Kiki, have
Mhm.
you and Shailene agreed who will do applicants and who will do awareness, or who's in charge? Who's the delegate of who?
Um, Actually, yeah, we haven't actually discussed that further, but I remember that I once mentioned Shelly to actually help me in terms of awareness, sir.
Okay,
So yeah.
so if you want Shailene to help you in terms of awareness, then let's do this for right now, right? Let's make that clear who's doing what at the SLA level. So when I look at this board, I know now Kiki is working on awareness and applicants. Kiki, if you're working on, let's say, which campaigns is Shailene helping you on awareness, Kiki?
Not yet, sir. Not yet. It's just that she will help me in terms of campaign. What's that? Hiring digital marketing intern campaign,
Okay,
and
so
also yeah,
okay, so this is
and
where we need
also
some.
SEO backlinks. Oh,
Okay,
yeah, I'm
so
sorry.
this is where we need some clarity then. So you can see here, you see each of the funnel names is a different name, right? There's
Yeah.
attendees, surveys, awareness, applicants, so it's kind of messy right now. What I need to understand is, let's say for SMU, uh, we need to get the top of funnel correct, right? So the deliverable at this point, from what I'm understanding, is actually from Kiki. The deliverable for awareness is actually, I think it's distribution posts, right? So distribution posts is everything that you've done to get a distribution happening, whether SMU has put up a job post or whether a student has given you a email contact. We just need to keep track of all those numbers. So let's say, for example, the university posted 5 times on their website and 55 students signed up. So you could say that you have a distribution post of 60, right? 55 signups and then 5 job posts. And then that would be your clear deliverable for awareness, okay? And then Shaylin's in charge of making sure that that awareness converts into applicants. So then she takes the 55 people who've given their emails and she hits them with a MailChimp campaign asking them to apply, right? And then she goes to follow up on the job descriptions and looks for where that connects to the BV incoming funnel for new applicants and counts how many applicants have come in from, let's say, SMU's posts, right? So then that's Shaylin's job. Okay, so then in that particular thing, let's unify the terminology, right? So we'll say that for this particular campaign, your deliverable is the distribution posts. How many distribution posts have you produced? Okay, and then since Shaylin is your delegate, you are still in charge of the applicants, but you're delegating it to Shaylin in this particular case, so that we all see that we come to you to ask the number. Shaylin then reports the number to you. Okay, make sense?
Okay. Just to confirm again, sir. So, for the distribution post itself, do you mean it's whatever it is as long as it is related to, let's say, previous BVE talk, to our job vacancies, SEO articles
Yeah,
that
it's a
contains our
tangible.
bedroom.
Exactly. It's a tangible outcome of awareness, right? So when you say you have brand awareness, that's like saying, I'm awesome in the world. Well, can you prove it to me? Can you show me somebody that says you're awesome, right? So brand awareness you can measure by how many emails did you get, how many posts did you get, how many SEO articles are written about you. This is all part of that. So these are all essentially distribution posts, right? This is where your job has been now distributed to all these different outlets. Make sense, Kiki?
Okay, it makes sense.
Okay, great. So then you tell us how many distribution posts have come in. Shaylin says how many applicants have come in. And don't forget, everybody, please put a 0 on the parts where there is no activity. Otherwise, once again, we don't know, right? Does it mean somebody forgot to fill it in, or is that there's no activity? Okay, and this one, let's just say for now, Kiki, I'll just put that at 0. I know it's not 0, but if I put a 0, you'll probably be motivated to change it, right? So for right now, we don't know, so we'll just say it's a 0 for now. If you know more than I do, then go ahead and change it. Okay, so now we have essentially, we have clarified the situation. We know Kiki is in charge of awareness and applicants. At the time that you make it official, Kiki, let's say Shaylin is now in charge of applicants, then she can break off from you, and we don't ask you about Shaylin's progress anymore. We just ask Shaylin. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, cool. That's pretty much it. Okay, you could probably apply that to the rest. Oh yeah, SMU doesn't have a campaign. Oh wait, it does. But what? Why can't I see your? Huh? Bizarre. Huh? Oh, because we're using that new system, right? I can't see Kiki's head on the SMU campaign, so I was wondering
Yeah,
why.
it's when you click, you can see me, but when you didn't click that, I couldn't.
It's because we use that new cover trick, right?
Yeah, I love that
I know,
visual.
I know, I know. Okay, wait, let's take Unpad. Unpad doesn't have a champion, right? So who's the champion
What?
of Unpad? Unpad has no champion.
Oh, it should. Oh, it should be me. What? Okay, I'm sorry. I think that one is just. Okay, I will assign myself
Okay,
then.
great. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, Ara?
Okay, so actually, I have a question regarding this discussion. It's about Shailen's role for this brand awareness. So I think if it's truly Shailen is going to work on brand awareness, then does it means that Kiki is actually the correct person to become the buddy? What do you think, sir?
Maybe Kiki is. There's a double buddy. You are Kiki's mentor, and Kiki is Shaylin's process mentor. Make sense?
So does it works like CEO, CL, CL team member? things like that.
Well, okay, Kiki, this is the first time she's mentoring somebody, right? So she
Mhm.
probably needs a mentor, right? She needs somebody to mentor her on how to mentor somebody. But then I
Okay.
think Kiki can be a process mentor to Ceylin. So in this particular case, I think you've promoted yourself, Ara, right? So you'll be mentoring Kiki, and Kiki will be essentially sharing her expertise to Shaylin. That's the way I think it should work. It's the exact same thing I did in leadership development, right? When some wait, nobody here was doing that, but okay, all right. Behind the scenes, all you interns, there were mentors getting coaching from me about how to mentor you, right? Except our never came because she was like, she was like kind of
Okay.
yeah, well, whatever. Right? She's got to get in her beauty sleep in the morning or something. Actually, I don't know why she didn't come. I have no idea why she didn't come. But
No, I will actually. I'm started think to come specifically discussing about Shailene because previously I don't exactly I don't really need on Alithia and Sin because they were pretty what is it clear about the things from the beginning till the end.
okay.
Like it's fixed Alithia onboarding and Sin is onboarding, but for Shailene's, as we discussed, it's not more project.
Okay.
It's
In that
more
case,
on.
you better stay, remain as Shailene's mentor, and Kiki will just be her process buddy. Yeah, to teach her essentially what her process. So Kiki will just delegate her section of the SLA because remember, being um, a good mentor is much more than just doing the skill, right, of what you do. So Kiki can transfer the skill to Shailene of how to create the applicants, but then I think you should remain as being a mentor for how to be successful in HR.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably delegate. Don't delegate the whole thing. Delegate the thing that's within the ZPD, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to delegate. I'm getting better at delegating. I'm like thinking about these things now. I used to be like, what? Huh? Huh? Everyone should know what I know, right? I mean, that's obvious, but it's not obvious actually. So, okay,
Well,
anyway, back to the chart.
Thank you everyone. So the discussion meeting is done. So for next week's meeting roles, chair will be Alithia and secretary will be Kiki.
Mr.
Okay.
Chair, I would like to
Yes.
suggest one thing. I think the discussion that Jing already suggested about job description is important. So I would like to maybe we can create a sub discussion regarding
Sure,
that, sir,
right now.
or
Yeah,
right now. So
I have time.
so yeah,
Um,
maybe over to you, sir, or over to you, Mrs. Chair. How about that?
It's if I may, Kiki, I think that sub discussion should be between me, you, and Ara, and that's probably it, right? Because you're on awareness level, Ara's on chapter lead, and then I have the SLA lead, right? So I think just the three of us should be sufficient for the job description discussion.
Okay.
Okay.
okay. Okay. This is It's now actually 3 p.m. Sorry for the delay, but can I ask for a quick feedback, maybe